let's talk about chronic fatigue syndrome and your identity. If you are struggling with chronic fatigue syndrome, chances are you are feeling lost, you're feeling isolated, and you feel like you basically have lost your entire life. It's one of the most painful things you'll ever have to go through in your life. And I want to break down with you what is actually going on right now for you in your recovery, but I also want to show you not just your old self of what you've been struggling with your identity, but I'm going to show you a new way that's going to help you let go of this old identity and help you build a new one so you can actually start to get better. Let's get into it. So I've written old self here. As you know, there's kind of three things that can either cause suffering or bring peace. Now, there's the past, there's the present, and there's the future you. Now, unfortunately, when we're thinking from who we were before we had chronic fatigue syndrome, three things are going to happen. Number one, you're going to miss the past that you used to have. Now, with the past, you're thinking about all the things you used to be able to do. You know, simple things like freaking tying your shoelaces, walking out the front door, driving, seeing your friends, going to work, studying, socializing, all those things that you used to take for granted you can't do now. You're loathing that. You're wishing that you could just do that, right? So we kind of have this feeling of like wish, hope. God, you might even be praying, just give me my old life back. I remember when I was going through chronic fatigue syndrome over 2 decades ago now, I remember there was this period of time where nothing was working and I tried all the overnight cures and nothing worked. I remember sitting on my bed praying like this, please God, just help me wake up tomorrow and make this all go away. And back then I wasn't even religious. And I was just like, just wanted my past back so badly. And so there's the wish and the hoping and the praying, right? There's the present, which really is you suffering in real time. Now, with this, there's 2 layers of suffering. There's the first layer, and then there's the second layer, okay? And people don't really talk about this, but the first layer is primary suffering, which is chronic fatigue syndrome itself, the symptoms, the muscle aches and pains, the flu-like symptoms, the brain fog, the lethargy, the digestive issues, like you name it, all those primary symptoms that you're experiencing goes in the first layer of suffering. The second layer of suffering, which people don't talk about, is the emotional suffering that comes with not being able to live the past life that you used to have. And so there's this second layer of suffering that almost is worse than the first layer and almost more painful because it's the isolation and the loneliness that comes from the misunderstanding of not being understood by your friends, family, and loved ones and the wider community of what's actually going on. And then the future, this one's a real bad one, is where you worry, right? So this is where we have secondary anxiety and we worry about the future because we don't even know if we're going to have one. Chances are your doctor told you there's nothing you can do about your chronic fatigue syndrome, which is a lie, by the way. We have a whole host of free resources and strategies. We have our online recovery program, and I even wrote a book on how to get your life back. It's called Get Your Life Back. And the truth is, you don't have to struggle with this for the rest of your life, but it's not your fault if you believe that because you're probably being told by someone on the internet or your doctor who said, hey, there's nothing you can do to get better. Good luck, just rest it out and see what happens, which is the worst advice you could possibly have. Either that or they tell you that you should just sweat it out and push yourself, and that's also just as bad as resting all the time. And so it's not your fault that you're feeling this way. Like the heaviness that is coming with you of focusing on the past, focusing on the present, of the suffering of the first layer of suffering, which is the primary, and then the secondary suffering, which is the extension of that, of the misunderstanding and the isolation that comes with chronic fatigue syndrome. And then, of course, you're not looking forward to the future because you think that this will never change, the present. I want to show you something completely different. And this is a really important process to understand because once you can realize there are things you can do for your recovery, it's going to help you an absolute ton. And I would love to know in the chat, actually, while you're watching me do this, I've created a free training. And the free training is going to help you build your foundation of recovery. It's called Baseline. You might know what I'm talking about. I created that framework 17 years ago. Comment the word baseline below if you want the free training. My team will send you the link for free, and that'll help you get started. Hey, it's Toby here, and if you are struggling with chronic fatigue syndrome right now, and every time you try and progress, you end up having a setback, or every time you keep trying to maintain your baseline, you keep pushing and crashing, and you're just simply not where you want to be, which is ultimately being able to live your life, just like I share in this framework, the 12 levels of recovery. And ultimately, if you want to get back to the top here, which is fully integrated and living the life that you want, I wanted to let you know about our brand new program called Foundations. It's our 8-week online recovery care program where we help teach you all the things you need to know on how to find your baseline and then progress without having setbacks. But we actually help you implement this in real time with myself and my specialist coaches. So you literally know exactly what to do every single step of the way. The doors are only open for the next 5 days, and if you want to get a spot, all you need to do is comment the word Foundations below, and my team and I will send you a link, and you can click on that and find all the details and get started this week. I look forward to seeing you in there. Now back to the video. Now, we're going to use a different color. You see, there's a thing called the new self, right? And again, we have the past, we have the present, and then we have your new self future. Now, if we think about the past, there's a saying that I tell all my clients, and it's acceptance isn't resignation, it's the starting point of recovery. And so if we can, and I'm going to tell you a secret that every single success story has actually had in their recovery, but if we can accept what has been, what is that going to help us with? Have a think about that. If we are no longer suffering and wishing and praying and hoping for the past to change, and we accept it, what does that do for you? It creates calmness, right? It creates a healing feeling, right? A healing feeling. Now, if we don't accept what has been, then we can never change it, right? But we must accept our current situation, particularly the past that is gone, in order for us to move forwards. But until you fully accept, you'll never get better. I'll tell you a crazy story. I had a client recently. He's been with us for 7 months now, and he loves the program. He's finding it so valuable and helpful. But he came on a call really frustrated. He goes, "Toby, I'm just not getting better. I'm doing all the right things. I'm just not getting better." And I said, "Well, tell me what you're doing." He said, "Every 1 or 2 weeks, I push and crash and I push and crash and I just never progress at all." And I was like, "Okay." And I said to him one question: "Have you accepted where you're at?" And he said, "Of course not. Why would I do that?" He said, "All I want is my old life," which is interesting because all he was still focusing on was the old self and he couldn't get past that. And I said, "You have to make a decision. You either focus on accepting your current reality and realizing that's the fastest way to change it, or you keep chasing your old life and getting nowhere." But the funny thing is, the fact that he wasn't accepting where he was at was the very thing that was keeping him sick. Crazy. We had this big aha moment. He was like, "Oh my God, that's so true." And he realized, okay, I need to accept my past, but I also need to focus on the present, where I'm at right now. And what was wild was when he did that, he actually started to feel better and get better. So once we accept, we can start the healing process. Now, in the present moment, it's focusing on current reality, right? Not the reality that you wish you had, all right? It's the current reality that you have. So the current reality that you're focusing on right now is your present capacity. Now, if you think about that, if we're focusing on your present capacity, guess what? We can work with what we've got. Now, this actually creates the foundation of, guess what? Healing. But if we don't do this properly, we just go around in circles. Most people I see who are trying to do recovery on their own, they don't build a foundation at their current level of capacity. They're actually trying, which is so funny and interesting, they actually go from not accepting where they're at, and then they try and skip the present moment and they try and jump into the future that they want. But the problem is the cycle repeats itself, and they skip stage 2 of recovery, trying to get into stage 3, and they never get there. Stop that. If that is you, stop doing that. It's not helping you. Instead, what you want to do is focus on your current reality of where you're at and focus on your current capacity and building your foundation. In the free training, the baseline training I said below, that will help you figure out what your baseline is and start to live it every single day. See, the problem is you think it's failure because you keep comparing your current reality to your past reality, right? And every time you do that, you're creating a gap of where you really are to where you really wished you would be. And that's why you keep overdoing it and never fully living in your current capacity. What would happen? Here's a question for you. What would happen if you just focused and lived in your current capacity and actually started to try and enjoy it? Not fighting it, not wishing it was different, just living it. What would happen after a few weeks of doing that? Let me know in the chat. You'll start to feel better, okay? Now, once we do this, guess what? We start to create a new future. And this is the funnest part. This is what we call creation, right? Now, with creation, it actually gives you hope. It gives you belief. It gives you inspiration. It helps you move forwards. Now, there's a word that we use inside of our mindset trainings. It's called towards motivation. And you might not have heard this before, but there's 2 types of motivation. There's away from motivation, which is I want to get my old life back. I want to run away from this. I don't like this. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to feel this way. It's good, but it feels kind of crap. Towards motivation is saying, I want to be healthy. I want to build a future that I love. I want to be strong, confident, and feel really good of who I am as a person. And I want to be healthy from the inside out. That's a towards motivation. It feels better. And when we start to move towards goals that feel better, we ultimately start to feel better. Now, with towards motivation, then we actually start to move in the direction of our dreams. All right. And again, no one talks about this, but if you want to ultimately live your life and live a full life of health and well-being and vitality, you need dreams. You need circumstances bigger than your current ones to move towards, right? I always say, if you're still focusing on small problems, you're going to have more small problems, but you need a bigger problem to solve to get past these smaller problems. Now, one of the biggest things you can do is, what's my why? Why am I doing this to get better? You're not just getting better for the sake of getting better. Why you want to get better? Why is it so important that you get better? Maybe you've got kids. Maybe you've got grandkids. Maybe you want to give back like I did and say, you know what, I want to make sure no one else has to go through chronic fatigue syndrome alone. That's what was my number one vision as I started to get healthy, right? And I made it my mission and vision to make sure that no one else had to go through chronic fatigue syndrome alone like I did. And that's why we've helped thousands of people in 79 countries over the last 17 years. So what is your why? What are your dreams? What direction do you want to take your life in? And then you need to build into that daily, into your routine and structure as you start to get better. But most of you are skipping this step here, the healing phase, which is the hard work. I'm not going to lie. That is the hard work that you need to do. Physically, emotionally, cognitively, even spiritually. But you really need to rebuild your health from the ground up. You need to think about the foundations of sleep, nutrition, restorative movement, reconditioning your brain and your body back in good shape, so you can then build the future and start to create and really start to have a towards motivation to your direct dreams that are ultimately going to help you step into, guess what? Your new self, right? I always say, you're not getting better to get your old life back. You're getting better to get your new life that you want to live. And that's the difference. And so I hope this has given you some food for thought today to realize, what is my future and what do I want it to look like? Not, oh my God, I need to get my old life back. I've been unwell for this many years and I need to chase it back. No, build a new life of where you want to go, right? Chances are your old life was probably the thing that got you sick, or at least one of the accumulated factors that helped you get here in the first place. You can't heal in the same environment you got sick in. It's as simple as that. So again, think about a life of expansion, creation, towards motivation rather than an away from motivation. Chances are, if you've been stuck, you probably had an away from motivation, which is keeping you stuck. And then start to think about your bigger why. What matters to you? That's what's really important. And lastly, I'll leave you with this quote from Marco Polo, famous surfer. He said, "You need 3 things in life to feel good: someone or something to love, something to do, and something to look forward to." And if you can focus on loving yourself, or if you've got a partner or a pet, you can love them, something to do, which is your recovery, the healing phase here, and then something to look forward to, having goals and dreams that you can start to, little by little, step by step, get there. It'll help tremendously with your recovery process. I hope this helped. I hope you found this video really, really helpful. And if you would like help with your recovery so you can literally have a step-by-step plan to help you get out of the push-crash cycle and help you progress without having setbacks, I wanted to let you know that the doors are now open just for the next 5 days for our Foundations 8-week online recovery program. All you need to do is click the link in the description or comment the word Foundations below and I'll send you a link and you can get started with us next week so you can start to live the life that you want. See you in the next video.